So open your hands wider than shoulder distance apart. Press the toes down so the weight is moving into the toes, not just knees, but open your knees wider than your hips. Let's take a nice big inhale in here and then shift the weight into the right, to your right hip, to your right shoulder. And then on the exhale, shift to the other side. And again to the right and to the left. Now this time, as you're moving to the left, you're going to be shifting it more forward and to the center. As we're moving forward, try to bring the shoulders ahead of the wrist. So you're already activating the wrist. You're trying to warm up the wrist. So you're going to be working on them. And then you're going to move to the right and shift back to almost like a child's pose. Let's move in opposite direction. We're going to move to the right, forward, ahead of the wrist, to the left, and back. From here, we're going to flip the fingers facing to the inside. So swing the fingers so the fingers are facing each other, thumbs pressing down, pinkies pressing down. Make sure the hands are a little bit wider. We're going to bend the elbows, make sure the elbows are pointing out. Inhale in here, exhale, lower the chest down. It's not about how low you're going to go with the chest. It's more about making sure that you're spreading the collarbones, puffing the shoulder blades, and bringing your chin in, so you're not pointing your chin forward, contracting in the back of the neck. Inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale again, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. And flip the hands facing outside. So fingers probably going to be outside of the yoga mat. Let's spin the elbows facing out as well. Bend them. And pretty much the same idea. We're going to take an inhale in here. Exhale, lower your chest. This time try to exaggerate with the elbows pointing away from the shoulders and straighten the arms. Two more. Bend the elbows and up. One more. Bend the elbows and up. From here, we're going to bring the left hand facing forward. We're going to lift the right hand, flip the palm facing up, and we're going to spin the fingers facing backwards. Let's gently press the fingers down, knuckles, hand, and then wrist. As the wrist goes down, try to roll the elbow facing forward, and then tuck the tailbone under and shift the hips gently back. See how far you can go with your hips. Back. Chin is in. Nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. And then we're going to shift forward, bring more weight to your left hand, lift the right hand, shake it off. Let's switch the hands. Left hand faces up. Again, fingers are facing backwards. We're going to start with the fingers pressing down first, then wrist, then we're going to try to rotate the elbow facing up. So there's a little bit of inner rotation in the shoulder here as you're shifting back. And just breathe to it. It's not an easy pose. As a matter of fact, I don't know anybody who likes to stretch, but it's very beneficial for those of us who spend lots of time on the computer. Okay, let's roll the weight into the right hand and gently, as slow as you can, flip the left hand, shake it off. From here, we're going to bring the knees together, feet together, and we're going to sink the hips towards the heels. Bring your hands by your thighs. You can have your hands by your knees if it makes it easier. Hands either flat, fingers spread wide, or make fist with the thumbs facing forward. We're going to be lifting the knees. We're going to be using a little bit of core. So make sure that you are using the right variation of the hands for you. Let's make sure that we're squeezing your inner shins towards each other. Inner thighs squeezing in. We're going to press into the toes. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, round your back, lift the knees up. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Two more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip your toes. Press them flat. And right away, open your feet wider. Sink your hips down. Come up into the squat. So the most comfortable variation of the squat you can. If you feel comfortable in the squat, start opening your feet as wide as you can. So the toes are pointing outside of the mat. You use your elbows pressing against the knees, but at the same time, make sure you're not rounding the torso forward. You're actually sinking your hips down, lifting the chest. Nice big inhale in here. Reach the arms forward and up. Then interlace the hands behind the head and use your head pressing against the palms, trying to lift the chest up. Elbows are spreading wide, shoulders relaxing down. So try to lift the elbows a little bit higher up. Nice big inhale in here. A little bit of motion from side to side in your hips. Kind of like a wiggly motion in the psoas. And then from here, let's bring the elbows forward. Gentle pressure of the head down towards the sternum. Bring your hands down to the floor and the fingertips. Readjust your feet facing forward. And then slowly start lifting your hips, coming to full forward bend. Shaking up your hips, your knees, your ankles. Inhale, lengthen your chest halfway. Bend your knees and start walking your hands forward. We're going to come up to table yet again, but this time we're going to keep the knees off the floor. Make sure your toes are tucked under. Let's bring more weight to the left foot. Lift the right foot. Open your right hip and circle the right knee forward, stepping the foot forward. Lower your left knee down to the floor. Bring the right hand on the right thigh. And then gently push the right knee forward. If you feel comfortable, you can lift the right heel up. Otherwise, press the heel down to the floor so the toes are free. And then roll the right knee open, maybe pressing to the outside edge of the foot. Shift the hips back. Bring your knee into the center, to the neutral. Then from that to internal rotation, so the knee moves a little more to the left and to the center. So we're making a nice big circle in here. Let's move to the other side. Knee forward, to the inside, back, out, press to the outside edge of the foot, sink into the right hip, and then shift forward. Right hand goes down to the floor. We're gonna lift the left knee off the floor. We're gonna kind of hug that knee in, so we get into like almost 90-degree with the left knee. Right foot lifts, circle the right knee back, lift the left foot forward. Right knee goes down to the floor. Lots of for the hip, but it's a very good beneficial rotation here. So left hand on the left knee, shift it forward, to the outside, back, to the inside, forward. We're gonna go in reverse, knee forward, to the inside, back, to the outside, sink into the hip, but as you're sinking to the hip, make sure you're engaging your right glute, knee forward, neutral position, hands down to the floor, right knee off the floor, and this time step the right foot forward. So you're landing in the top of the mat with the hands slightly ahead, tippy-toe your feet closer towards each other, not necessarily too close. Make sure they open at least hip distance apart or wider, especially if you know that you have lower back issues or hamstrings. Bend the knees, drop the head down, and then swing the hands behind you, interlacing your fingers. Don't lock the elbows, just actually bend them, lift the shoulders away from the ears, and then squeeze your inner knees as you're coming all the way up to standing. Shake it off, and then hands by your side. So from here, we're gonna just shift the hips to the right, and then shift the hips to the left. Now we're gonna shift the hips even more to the left, bend the left knee, shift it forward, bend the right knee, shift it to the right, a nice big circle with the hip back. As you're moving back, if you want, you can round your upper back. Makes it a bit easier if you feel like you have some lower back issues. And then come back to neutral. We're gonna go in opposite direction. So we're gonna shift the hips to the right, bend the right knee, bend the left knee as you're moving to neutral. A little bit more to the left. Make sure you're relaxing your toes, the waist in the heels, in the soles of your feet, and then all the way back and shake it off. Good, slowly from here, a little bit of motion of the hips. So make sure the waist in the heels, bend your knees, gentle push off the hips forward. Try to feel like you really bringing the weight to the shins and the calves and the quads, so the knees are not really carrying too much weight. And then from here, you're gonna try to maybe bring the right hand behind the right thigh, lengthening the torso, maybe chin in towards the sternum. Makes it a little bit safer, or feel safer. If you feel comfortable, you can lift the chin up, but make sure that the chin is still in, so you're not pointing with the chin too far up. And then from here, a reverse neutral. Let's move to the other side. Left hand goes behind the left thigh. The same thing. You're gonna try to stretch, lift the belly up, push the hips forward, waist in the heels, relax your toes, and then come back into neutral, shake it off. Good. Now from here, so this is going to be the move that we're going to be using a lot in this sequence. We have 3 different flows. So we're going to start with the first one, a bit easier. We're going to bring the right hand on the right thigh. We're going to push the hips gently forward. And then from there, we're going to shift the hips to the left. As the hips are moving to the left, we're going to extend the left arm to the side, spin the left shoulder in. So there's inner rotation here. And then start circling the left arm all the way to the right, behind the head, bend the left elbow, left hand goes behind the head, and then relax your head towards the left palm. Lift the chin up, hold the chin in, and then slowly from here, just push the hips a little more forward. Now from there, we're gonna push the hips back, bend the knees, and we're gonna fold forward, tapping the left elbow towards the left shin. The right arm is reaching up, circle the right arm forward, bring the right hand down to the floor, and then from here, lift the right leg and step it back. Now, as the left shin moves forward, it's almost like he's pushing the left elbow forward. We're going to circle the left elbow all the way up and open. I'm going to point the elbow up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to spin the left foot out. We're going to keep the right foot in neutral position though. So we're going to lower the right knee down to the floor, swing the hip down, keeping the left knee and the left foot open. Inhale, let's stretch the right side of your neck. Exhale, we're gonna come up to neutral, left foot forward, left elbow towards the left shin. We're gonna lift the right leg off the floor, bend the right knee, tap the left elbow with the right knee. Right foot steps down to the floor. We're gonna open the feet wider. We're gonna sink the hips, bring the hands behind the head. Again, relax the shoulders down, lift the elbows up, and then slowly come up all the way up to standing. Whew. Shake up the hands, wiggle around. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. So this is our first sequence. Hips are going to the right. Right arm extends to the side, spin the shoulder in, and then find that nice circulatory motion, full extension the right arm as you're bringing the right hand all the way behind the head. And then maybe relax the head towards the palm, reaching the chin up. Good. From here, we're gonna round the back. We're gonna bend the knees. Find full forward bend with the right elbow to right shin. Left arm circles all the way up and open and comes in front of the left foot. We're gonna lift the left foot and step it back. The left foot stays in neutral position. The right shin is pushing the right elbow away. Open the chest. Open the right foot to the side, but pay attention to that left foot. Make sure he's not spinning out. We're purposely working with one side, one hip in opposite direction than the other. Nice big inhale in here. Exhale. We're going to circle forward. Right elbow, right shin. Lift the left leg. Left knee, right elbow. Feet apart. And squat. So obviously lots of hips in here, lots of shoulder rotation. Inhale, come up all the way up. Again, shake up the arms. Okay, so that's the first sequence. Let's move for the second. This one is going to be a little bit more spicy. So we're going to be climbing up the ladder in here. So again, we're going to push with the hips to the left. Left arm extends. Circle all the way to the right. Left hand goes behind the head. This time, let's push the hips a little more forward and see if that right hand can slide behind the knee. If you can lift the heels off the floor, push the hips forward, lift the chest up, then open your right arm all the way back, external rotation of the shoulder, and then find yourself all the way to full forward bend with the right hand down to the floor, left elbow touches the left shin. Right leg lifts, steps back. From here, open your left elbow up. This time, both feet spinning to the outside. So your left and right foot is going to be facing to the right. Open your chest. Nice big inhale in here. Start bending your right knee and bring the right foot even more to the right. Nice big inhale. Extend the right leg, flex the foot. Inhale all the way forward. Left elbow towards the left shin. Right leg left. Right knee, left elbow, right foot down to the floor, and we're coming into the squat again with the elbows up. Squeeze your inner knees, come up to standing. Swing your hands back and forth. Prepare for the other side. So hips to the right arm extends, shoulder in, full expansion of the right arm to the left and back. Right hand is going behind the head. And we're going to gently push the hips forward. Lift the heel. See if the left hand can slide to the back of the knee or maybe even to your calf. Spin the left shoulder out and then slowly come all the way down to fold forward. Right elbow, right shin, left leg left. Left leg steps back. Open all the way up, spinning both feet to the right. Sink your hips down, bend the left knee, scoop the left knee a bit more to the left. Big inhale in here. Let's re-extend the left leg. Come up all the way up. Come up to neutral. Right elbow, right shin, left the left leg. Left knee, right elbow. Both feet apart and squat. Hands behind the head, or if you feel comfortable with the arms opening up, slide the hands behind the shoulder blades. Lift the chest up, not the chin. Inhale all the way up to standing. Swing your arms back and forth, shake it off. Okay, we are almost there. We're almost in the final sequence, so let's flow through it. We're going to start with the right hip first. So we're going to push the right hip first. We're extending the right arm, spin the shoulder in. Circle the right arm all the way up and back. Hand is going to go behind the head or maybe even on the shoulder blades. We're going to push the hips forward. We're going to turn the torso even more to the left. And we're going to see if the left hand can slide all the way towards the... Whoop. Is it going to go towards the heel today? Yes, it's going towards the heel. Spin the left arm up all the way, external rotation of the arm. As we're moving to fold forward where the hand goes down to the floor and the shoulder is in neutral. Lift the left leg, step it back. From here, tap the right elbow towards the right shin. Open the right arm all the way up. Right elbow, actually, not the right arm. And then spin both feet flat to the side. Sink your hips down. Nice big inhale in here. This time, keep the left leg straight. Lift the hips up. And lift the right heel, so balance on your right toes. Now try to slide the right leg all the way in front of the left one. Circle the right foot behind the left one. Circle all the way back behind you and see how far you can go with the foot, pressing to the right toes and releasing the right shin and the right knee to the floor. Then sink your hips down and sit down. As you're sitting down, right hand can go down to the floor. We're going to bend the left knee and slide the left foot closer towards the right thigh. Now the left hand can stay on the left knee. You can find like a nice wrap with the left arm around. Right hand is going to go underneath the right knee. As the right hand goes underneath the knee, we're going to press more weight into the right toes and lift the right knee a bit higher up off the floor. That's a good stretch for the shin, for the calf, for the ankle. Nice big inhale in here. Nice slow exhale. I'm getting warm up in here. Such a easy, slow sequence, and I'm already warming up. Okay, let's lower the knee down. Straighten your left leg. Spin the foot out. So there's this outer rotation in here. Left hand goes back to the floor. Make sure that the left hand is ahead of the shoulder so you're not putting too much pressure on it. And then circle the right arm all the way up and forward, finding from dancing dog all the way that step to the top of the mat. The right hand comes back behind the head. Let's bring the right elbow towards the right shin. Lift the left foot, bend the left knee, right elbow, left knee, feet apart, sink your hips. Left hand goes behind the neck, behind the head, or behind the shoulder blades. Inhale, come up all the way up to standing. Hands shake up. You can shake up the hips if you feel like there's some tightness going on in there. And then we're going to move to the left. So hips are moving to the left. Left arm extends to the side. Inner rotation of the shoulder. And then circle the left arm all the way up and back. Again, try to, with every single step, go a little bit lower with the hand. That's going to open, that's going to give you more rotation in the shoulder, more external rotation in the elbow, makes it a little bit more, gives you a little bit of mobility there, or works on more mobility in that. And then from here, let's see, push the hips forward, lift the heels, and see how far that hand is gonna go. Are we gonna tap towards the heel or not? As you're tapping, spin the arm out, so external rotation in the shoulder, and then all the way up and to full forward bend. Let's tap the left elbow towards the left shin. Final one. Lengthen your chest, lift the right leg, and step it back. Spin the torso open, left elbow reaches up. Both feet are turning to the left. Sink your hips. Nice big inhale in here. Stay on the exhale, and then inhale, lift the hips up. From here, lift the left heel, balance on the left toes, and let's, as slow as you can with control, circle to the left leg all the way behind the right foot, all the way back. See how far this foot is gonna go, so we can release the toes flat, bringing the left knee, shin down to the floor, and roll to sit-up. As we're sitting down, the right knee bends, right foot gets closer towards the left foot. And again, either right hand on the knee or wrap the arm around. Left hand goes underneath the left knee, and we're gonna gently lift the left knee up, feeling that stretch in the toes, in the ankle, in the shin, but at the same time, trying to get the tailbone tucked under. So we're just playing with the positioning of the pelvis. We're playing with the stretch in the ankles. Those of you guys who are runners, you know that ankles get tied very easily. Or those of you guys who walk a lot. Nice long inhale. Nice slow exhale. Slowly from here, knee goes down. We're gonna re-extend the right leg, spin the foot out. So we're preparing to bring more weight to the outside edge of the foot. Right hand goes back. And then we're gonna use the hip. We're gonna engage the glutes, lift the hip points up to nicely and gracefully, not necessarily gracefully, but at least safely, come back with the left foot forward. Left hand goes behind the head, left elbow towards the left shin, lift the right leg. Final tap of the left elbow towards the right knee, feet down to the floor. Open them a little bit wider, sink your hips, final squat. Both hands behind the shoulder blades or behind the neck or behind the head, and make sure that if they go behind the head, you're still using your head and the back of the neck muscles. Take a big inhale. In your exhale, extend the arms forward as you're sinking your pelvis down. Walk your feet maybe a few inches forward, and then slowly start rolling your torso all the way down to the floor. This should feel great. Now from here, let's bring the elbows down to the floor. Press the shoulders a little bit heavier down. Don't allow those elbows to lift a little bit high off the ground, which means that you're just looking for more external rotation in the shoulders and the elbows. And then slowly from here, start dropping your knees to the right. As the knees are dropping to the right, you want to walk the feet apart so you have a little bit more width between the feet. And then you want to make sure that the left hip is shifting to the right. Let's take a big inhale in here. Exhale, relax your left hip down. Bring your knees up. Exhale, we're going to move to the other side. Knees are moving to the left. Let's slide the feet even more apart. And still press the shoulders a little bit more so the elbows getting that even deeper external rotation. Inhale, come back to center. And then bring your knees to the chest. This should feel very good after all those hip openers, shoulders openers, knees. And then from here, start circling your ankles, wiggle the toes, and start lifting your legs up. It's kind of like climbing the ladder. And then bring the arms all the way straight. Make sure the palms are facing up, and start sliding your hands all the way by your side. Again, wiggle the toes, circle the ankles to the inside and outside, shake it a little bit, so you're also trying to get some tension off the shins, calves, knees, quads. Take a big inhale in here, and then either toes pointed or flexed. On the exhale, you're going to try to lower your feet as slow as you can to the floor. All we're engaging in here, it's not really the feet, it's engaging the inner thigh. So the final, a little bit more motion into the muscles this time as we're lowering the feet down to the floor. Please pay attention to your neck. Make sure there's no compression in there. All the action of the feet going down to the floor comes from the legs. And then slowly from here, release your heels down to the floor. Spin the toes out. Shake up your hips, shake up your shoulders. Take a nice long inhale through the nose, all the way to your chest, to your diaphragm, to your belly button, and to your pelvis. Pause in there. Then open your mouth. Exhale everything out.